Welcome to everyone that is joining our echo3D workshop today. My name is Megan Yamauchi, and I am in charge of enterprise growth here at echo3D. Before we get started, I would like to say thank you to everyone who is joining me as I share how echo3D can help improve your organization's 3D asset management workflows. This should be a very informative workshop, but if at any time you have a question, feel free to email myself directly at megan@echo3d.com. Or you can reach out to our team on the contact form on our website. For today's agenda, we'll be going over number 1, what is echo3D and why 3D digital asset management is so important for your business. Number 2, how we can help, including an overview of our enterprise features and a quick demo. And number 3, how you can get started. So let's jump right into it. What is echo3D? echo3D is a 3D digital asset management platform for teams to store, secure, optimize, and share 3D models and scans across their organization and beyond. We help over 150,000 users to view and share massive 3D assets and digital twins, while also allowing teams to discover, manage, and update 3D content in real time across their entire organization. Managing 3D libraries as a team is a pain. 3D content is very different from 2D content. File sizes are huge, making it hard to share. There's no single file format, creating compatibility issues when teams try to use the same 3D model. 3D models are complex. In many cases, they are actually composed of multiple files: skeleton, texture, mesh, coloring. And they are very hard to find since most indexing, like text or audio search, don't apply to them. And that's why we created echo3D, a 3D digital asset management platform, a centralized repository and API to store, compress, convert, and share 3D models and digital twins. You move all your 3D content to echo3D, and we allow you to store, share, search for, and collaborate on such content with ease. We are integrated and compatible with all 3D design tools like Blender and Autodesk, and 3D engines like Unity and Unreal. And we also work on any cloud environment, such as AWS, Azure, or GCP. We actually have direct partnerships with many of these design tools and cloud service providers. The platform is either accessed on a SaaS basis or can be installed locally on a business's own cloud or on-prem servers. We now see 3D models and digital twins being used in every industry, from automotive, gas and oil, manufacturing, retail and e-commerce, marketing, gaming, to even the military. Most have their own 3D assets, and many have massive libraries of 3D scans and digital twins of their products or other 3D models which are used for marketing, training, product development, and more. Before onboarding with echo3D, our clients complained that their teams struggled to manage and update their 3D libraries and collaborate across their organization, resulting in time and resources wasted. They also suffered from inefficient workflows and were unable to discover 3D content they already owned and even spend money on incompatible 3D assets and asset duplicates. We help with all of that, allowing you to take control over your 3D content. Teams can view and share massive 3D models and scans, easily collaborate through one central system, and save time and money on the entire 3D workflow. Now that we know what echo3D is, let's see how it works. Each of our clients selects their preferred deployment option: SaaS, on our cloud, local cloud on the client's cloud environment, either AWS, Azure, or GCP, or on-prem. We deploy, and then teams within the organization unlock a plethora of features, like those on the list here on the right, and more. Now let's see the actual platform. When you register for an account, you will automatically receive an API key. An API key is a unique identifier of a repository for your 3D content, or a 3D collection, if you will. So you'll start off with one parent collection, and then you can add more child collections as needed. You can upload assets directly from your computer or search through our 800,000 plus free assets in our library. Once your assets load in, it will populate a content card that looks like this. If you double-click on the content card, it will open a detailed view, and here you will see all of your asset information like file type, size, storage, and more. We have a bunch of different SDKs that you can find up here, like Unity and Unreal, to help you easily integrate into other solutions. You can also note, as you can see by the files I have on my console, we accept many file formats in addition to 3D, like 2D images, videos, and animations. We also support native CLO and Revit files, and formats from industry standard tools like AutoCAD by Autodesk, SolidWorks, Inventor, SketchUp, and more. For organization, if you have a bunch of assets that you don't want to add to another collection, you can create folders for them to keep your assets organized like how I have here. How you do that is by hitting the 3 dots and going to Organize. Then you can create a new folder or add to an existing one. You can easily search through all of your collections by typing in the search bar up at the top. For example, if I search motorcycle, it will search across all of my collections and show me which ones have a motorcycle asset. We also have a really cool image search feature where you can upload an image into the search bar and it will pull up all similar assets to the image based on the AI-generated tags associated with the file. For example, if I upload an image of a wheel, all the wheels in my collections should appear after I search. For collaborating with your team, you can add comments directly on assets and tag users almost like how you would do on Slack or Teams. If you tag someone in a comment, they will immediately receive an email notification. And you can also track the activity of your asset by hitting this tab to see the latest updates. Another feature we have is duplicate detection. We detect duplicate entries within the same collection during the upload process with the aim of preventing accidental duplicate uploads, as well as saving our users credit expenditure on storage when a duplicate entry is desired. When a duplicate entry is encountered, you will be prompted with a note that says, "Are you sure you would like to upload this file again?" From there, you can confirm or cancel. Next, we have metadata and tags. At the top, we have a collection taxonomy, which contains data entries that are applied at a collection level or to all content entries within the collection. Then below, we have asset-specific metadata, which is a set of data entries associated with a single content entry. How you add metadata is by hitting the plus, choosing your key or creating your own key, then selecting the value. You can also link files here straight from your computer and add link text. For tagging, we have this really cool AI-generated tagging feature. When you upload an asset to the console, or choose from our 800,000 plus free models, it will populate these AI-generated tags based on your asset for you to choose from. It will show up here on the metadata page and also on the content card itself. Additionally, if you don't want to use the recommended tags, you can create your own. And to remove them, you just have to hit the X. These AI-generated tags will be used for the image search feature that I showed you earlier. Hopping back over to the content page, let's talk about asset hierarchy. In order to access the asset hierarchy editor, you will need to double-click on the content card to open the detailed view. Then you can click on Hierarchy, and here you will see that you can add new parent assets and new child assets. So all you need to do is find the asset that you want and select that. Once it loads in, if you choose to remove it, all you need to do is hit the X. It should also be noted that a cyclical hierarchy structure is not supported, and adding relationships that would result in such a structure will be rejected. We also have version control. By default, the first version of your asset is the original upload file. A new version is created whenever the asset file or target is updated. So when you double-click on the content card to open the detailed view, you will see Versions. If you click the 3 dots, you have a few options like Revert to older version, copy the version ID, edit, and delete. Next, we have Collections and Sharing. Here you can add new users to your collection by hitting the plus, typing their email, and selecting their permissions. We have a few different options like admin, editor, commenter, and viewer. If the user you add already has an account, they will pop up as normal. But if you add a person who doesn't have an echo3D account yet, they will show up as not yet registered, and they will receive an email notifying them that they have been added to a collection on echo3D. On the Group tab, you can search and add new groups. In order to add a new group, hit the plus, add a group name, hit Continue, then add members by entering their emails and choosing the collection you want to add them to. After you do that, it will show up here, and you can rename the group, manage the members, edit the collection access, email the group, or delete the group. For collections, all of your collections will show up here, with your access level and credit limit. You can also add new collections, rename, make private, set credit limits, enable lazy loading, show API key, and delete. For collection sharing, you can switch between collections up here, and you'll be able to see everyone who has access to your specific collections. You can change their access permissions and change collection access settings. Here you can lock your collection, enable viewers to download assets without needing to request access, or make your collection public. When this is enabled, the collection can be loaded by anyone who is registered to echo3D and not just permitted users and viewers. Next, we have asset sharing. Here you will see pending requests from viewers, and you can approve or deny the request. If you choose to deny access, you can add a note explaining why. You can also go back and approve old requests that you have denied in the past. We also have some quick editing tools on our DAM, like our model editor. Here you can create 3D to 2D posters by just moving the asset and hitting poster. This poster feature is very useful for marketing efforts if you need a quick sticker. You can also adjust lighting and shadows, create variants, easily swap base colors and textures, and a bunch more. Next, we have our optimization tools. On the Convert and Compress page, you can easily convert your asset to different file formats and optimize. We have our standard compression, which is our Draco compression, and then we have the echo3D Ultimate compression. In the Ultimate compression, the model will go through extensive compression, which dramatically reduces file size. When compressing a file directly, only GOTF and GOB files are supported. You can also note that this compression may be lossy. Additionally, you can easily poly-reduce your assets, like how I'm doing right now. In terms of analytics and reports, you can view where all your assets are on a map if they are specified with a location target. You can also see the usage metrics around the most used locations and from which locations your 3D assets are being accessed by country. On the users page, you can analyze users by country, and the insights page shows when your 3D assets are being accessed over time. You are also able to see a collection history down below. In terms of securely sharing 3D assets within your organization and with external partners, we have web links that you can copy and paste for a quick view in the browser. You can also share QR codes for instant AR viewing experiences or add users to your project on our collections and sharing page, like how I showed you earlier. Our biggest differentiations are the fact that we're API first. All features on the platform are available through API queries, allowing for easy integration with existing cloud environments and 3D tools. We also offer built-in plugins for Unity, Unreal, Blender, Autodesk, and more. We also allow you to deploy echo3D on the organization's own AWS, Azure, or GCP cloud infrastructure, so the data never leaves the organization. Our 3D processing is our secret sauce. Users can view and share massive 3D files and scans thanks to our proprietary 3D optimization algorithm, which outperforms market standard compression tools by more than 10 times. So it's really an all-in-one 3D DAM. Store all your files in one central repository with built-in 3D compression and conversion tools, a 3D viewer, 3D editor, and a custom WebAR experience builder. So now you can get started too, by going to echo3d.com or reaching out to us. We hope this was useful and you now have a better understanding of how you can use echo3D's 3D digital asset management platform to store and share 3D assets and digital twins across your organization while allowing teams to manage their interactive content and to discover, process, and stream 3D assets and digital twins anywhere. Please reach out to me at megan@echo3d.com for any additional questions.